Are you ready to talk about a new topic today? Let's talk all about work and jobs, past and present. So, I'm going to tell you all the jobs I've had from age 15, from when I was 15 years old until now, my current job today, which I think you can guess. And I'll help you learn how to talk about your jobs from the past and your current job right now in English. Let's go. Welcome. I'm Teacher Shelby, and this is Conversa, your place to learn, practice, and actually speak English with confidence. Are you ready for some job vocabulary? We have part-time or full-time. Part-time, full-time. Boss, co-worker, customer. Boss, coworker, customer. Of course, job or work. Usually in English, we use the word job to describe, it's a noun. It's my job, my job. But work we use as a verb, like I work at my job. You have salary or hourly pay, salary or hourly pay, and of course, your job schedule. This word is a little difficult, especially para mis hispanohablantes. Schedule. Schedule. Now, get ready to listen for those vocabulary words as I tell you about my jobs from the past. Let's start with my very first job. It was at Chick-fil-A. Do you know Chick-fil-A? It's a famous fried chicken restaurant in the U.S., especially in the South. I worked there part-time when I was 15 years old. I took orders, served food, and cleaned the dining area. It was fast-paced, but I learned how to talk to customers and work with a team. Have you ever worked at a restaurant? Now, my second job I got a year later when I was 16. I got a job at a clothing store at Polo Ralph Lauren, if you know this brand. I folded clothes, I helped people find their size or an item of clothing they were looking for, and I worked at the cash register. I liked it, but sometimes it was a little boring when there weren't very many customers. Have you ever worked at a clothing store? Now, job number 3 was a little different. When I was 17, I started babysitting. I took care of kids that I knew from my neighborhood or my church. I played games with them. I made snacks. And guess what? I didn't have a boss. The parents paid me after each job. This job was pretty sweet. Now, the next job I got was when I went to college or university. During my 4 years at college, I worked as a librarian assistant. I worked at the front desk in the library. I checked in books or I checked out books to students and to professors. I also helped students find books or articles, resources that they needed. It was very quiet in the library. It was a very peaceful job, and I had time to study while I was working. I recommend working at a library for anyone, especially if you're looking for a peaceful job as a college student. All right, here we go with my first big girl job, my first adult job after graduating from college in 2013. In 2013, I worked as an admissions counselor for my college. I helped new students apply to the school. I gave campus tours to prospective students and their families, and I answered a lot of questions about the college and their future experience there. This was a full-time job with a salary, and I worked in an office with other staff. I did this for 2 years, and I really enjoyed it. Okay, after a few years working at the college, I was looking for a change and I decided to work at a camp in Florida where I got to work with teenagers and I was kind of like a camp counselor. I helped organize the camp. I played games with kids. I got to lead a lot of outdoor group activities and classes. Sometimes I even stayed in the cabins with the kids. This was a very fun 3 years working this full-time job, but let me tell you, it was exhausting. Now, about my current job. You may already know, of course, I'm a teacher. I've been teaching for about 10 years now, sometimes in schools, sometimes individual students or small group classes, sometimes in person, sometimes online. Woo! Over the 10 years, my teaching and my jobs have changed, but I've always taught English as a second language, especially to Spanish speakers. That's my expertise and my most favorite job of all time. Now, in 2020, 5 years ago, I started my own business. It's called Conversa. So I could teach in person here in Utah and also teach English online. So with this job, you see I create videos, I teach classes here in Utah and online, and I help people speak English with confidence. It's a hard work running your own business and being your own boss, but I love it. Now, before we close our video today, let's talk about grammar for just 1 minute. You may have heard when I was talking about my past jobs, I was using past tense verbs. Of course, you want to use past tense when you're speaking about the past. Like, I worked at Chick-fil-A. I was an admissions counselor. I used to work at a camp, right? And if you need more help with past, I have a video for that on my channel. Now, when you talk about current jobs, what type of verbs do we use? Present, of course. For the present, we speak with present tense verbs like now I teach English, or am, or the contraction I'm a business owner. These are present verbs. And if you need some extra help with present tense, I've got a video for you too. Okay, guess what? Now it's your turn to talk about your jobs. Please, please, please tell me in the comments what was your very first job and what job do you do right now? Use English and I'll read your comments and can help you out if you need help. I love to respond to your comments. It's so fun to see subscribers engaging and telling me more about your life. So I want to know your first job and your current job. Maybe they're the same job, and that's okay. All right, that is it for today. If you need a little extra help with those past tense verbs, here's that video for you. If you need help with present tense, here you go. Give this video a click. Thanks for watching and practicing with me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video with a friend that's learning English too, and we'll have a new video next Friday. I'll see you soon. Bye.